Welcome to Mystic Moons. Decided to go with a conservative one. Part of my energy tonight feels very, almost pulled, like a piece of gum that has been scratched and scratched and scratched. And the other part of my energy feels literally like almost dynamite. I guess it's what they call restless. Anyway, how are you doing tonight? Let's go and take a look on the energies of who is watching you. Now, for this energy, think about it. It could apply to your sun sign, your moon sign, your rising sign. Definitely, I would also see 12th house energy and 8th house energy. Definitely with who's watching you, your 3 major signs and your 12th house, 8th house energy. What more can I say than that? And of course, as we all know, we are being watched in many different ways. Being watched by many different groups of people that have varying ties of attachment or knowledge of us. And we don't really care to go and bring up the whole, 15 people watched you or 15 people are watching you. The main purpose of tonight's reading is to shine a light on who you should be aware of. Out of all the people watching you, who should you be aware of right now? Who's focused on you? So I'll be doing this by zodiac sign. Shall we start off with air? We'll start off with Libra. I will be doing all 12 zodiac signs. And if you appreciate my time in doing this, please do let me know. I see thumbs up. Thank you so much. Yes, please do give me thumbs up. I appreciate that. And also, if you'd like, if you're able to, do consider making a tip or donation. My channel isn't monetized, and I do depend upon your support. Shall we jump into it? Libra, I feel like using the tinctures one more time before I start your reading of who's going to watch you. We'll start off with air, and then we'll see who else comes. Let that sound out, Libra. Who is watching a Libra? Who should Libra be aware of? Hello, Justin. Hello. Who is watching a Libra? Seven of Wands. Quite a determined person is watching you, Libra. Yes, you are being watched. Is this competition a Libra? Well, you are a type of archetype to this person. Libra, you do represent a level of quality, a level of mastery. Libra, there's somebody in your energy. I actually picked this up with an astrological short for you, I believe. Somebody's quite strong in your collective's energy, that at least the message that I'm getting. You have competition, or someone who views you as competition, someone who sees you, Libra, as a litmus test for their own excellence, Libra. Someone is judging or criticizing their own self, their own ability, their own reflection based upon you, Libra. Now, I could say it could be a fire sign, Libra. I don't know, Libra. Let's go and see what else comes out. There is particularly fire energy, but more than that, Libra, I'm getting someone who's in competition with you. Oh, yes, I also see signature sign energy as well. So sun, moon, I was like, I knew I was forgetting one. And as I'm not doing the love readings, it was not Venus in 7th house. Of course, if it's a love reading that comes up for your sign, then you can apply that. But yes, first house energy and signature sign, right? Basically, just like we all are not just our sun sign. And definitely within our chart, some energies are stronger than others. And we have several energies for some of us that are just as pertinent. We feel it in different ways at different times for different reasons. And there's a reason for that. This one is who's watching you. Okay, that one fell out, Libra, but I'm not going to take falling out cards. I just don't feel like it, Libra. I want to pull. As I said, part of me feels like pulling, part of me feels like exploding. So I'm going to pull. Okay, 7 of Wands. 7 of Wands for Libra I have on who is watching you. I have 7 of Vessels, 7 of Cups energy, 4 of Wands energy, and 9 of Cups. Well, interesting that we have 3 cards in the 7 energy, Libra. The 7 may be pertinent to you, but also what this tells me is that, Libra, you may be, or this could also be the person watching you, but somebody, Libra, number 1, has a lot on their plate. Maybe you both have a lot on your plate. It's like, to Libra, let me go and say this as well with the 7 energies that I have here. It's like a lot on your plate and appearing to handle it quite well. There's an ease, a mastery in putting together, organizing, or assembling different components and making them work as a whole, making them work as a unit. Somehow, Libra, this works for you, and that's being noticed. Libra, the person who's watching you is noticing how your puzzle pieces, or seemingly puzzle pieces by eyes that are watching you, they are coming together, Libra. Somebody's noticing that in real time right in front of their eyes. I do feel a sense of, as I said initially, there is a competition, or as I said, this person uses you as a model, an archetype to aspire to marvel at, Libra. Energies I have here, I do have Scorpio, Aries, and Pisces along with Aries. Leo. Excuse me, Leo. Anyway, you do have some fire energy in here. What more can I say for you, Libra? There's something I was going to say right, and then I just forgot it. Let me just look at this a moment longer. Eventual collaboration, Libra, is the person who is watching you as well. Eventual collaboration, eventual partnerships, mainly because, Libra, feels like you're organized, or you're directed, you're focused, you're self-contained. You have that ability to, well, to be not quite a magnetic, and not quite attractive, but you have attraction. There's a pull, Libra. Also, too, Libra, there's a richness also, too, in what perhaps your assets or your abilities combined with this person's assets or abilities could be. Libra, you have somebody who's watching you with a combination of competition, a combination of envy, a combination of admiration, a combination of, do I even say desire? Somewhere between desire and hope. Let's say it that way. Not quite as vivacious as desire and not quite as pure as hope, but some emotion between that, Libra. You have somebody who's just swirling with emotions of salty, sour, sweet, and hot watching you. Not very palatable, Libra, but it sure is savory. I'll say that. That's who's watching you. I'll go on to the next air sign. And because that energy is a little thick, let's do that before we go on to the next one. Let's do Gemini. Who's watching Gemini? Gemini. Let's see. As I said, I'm not taking cards that fall out. I don't feel like it. Who's watching Gemini? A dreamer, Gemini. As who's watching you, Gemini, a dreamer. This person could have significant Scorpio energy, air energy themselves, with Aquarius, Libra. You do feel that Capricorn, Taurus energy, but most strongly, I would say, would be air. I do feel the Scorpio, and I do feel the Capricorn. I do feel the Aquarius and the Scorpio energy there, Gemini. Someone's in regret, Gemini. Someone still has hope, Gemini. Someone, Gemini, has not just wistfulness, Gemini. That person, Gemini, sees the value in you. That's the sort of energy that we're working here with, is 5 of Vessels. And also 2 Gemini, 5 of Vessels in this energy. They see maybe a new perspective, Gemini, on your value. And Gemini, this person doesn't think all is completely lost. This person does think, Gemini, that it's not too late. I'm not taking falling out cards, so we'll just tuck that back in. But I'm going to keep that in mind, Wheel of Fortune. All right, Gemini. 5 of Cups gets a 4 of Wands again, a Tower. Yeah, they are so Gemini, thinking it's not over. Because Gemini, well, first of all, you're getting an apology. Somebody's preparing, Gemini, the person who's watching you, they are preparing to offer you an apology. Looks like a massive apology, Gemini. Gemini, if you give them the opening to do so, somebody's going to ask for a second chance, Gemini. And Gemini, they're going to hope, they're going to believe that they will make an impact on you, Gemini, because, well, they see things now that they didn't see before. There's an understanding in their mind, Gemini. They've reached a new stage of enlightenment about what they want and how much you mean to them, how unduplicatable is a word. Let's just say irreplaceable you are. Definitely how original you are, how unique you are, how special you are. Much they hurt you, Gemini. I feel like this person is going to use their words, Gemini, as much as they can to go and make an impact. who's watching you. I also have Scorpio, as I said, significant Scorpio energy. I do have Aries and more Scorpio energy with a champion of vessels. Gemini. Still say air, and Scorpio energy is the most prevalent there. But also keep in mind, Gemini, with that Scorpio energy literally is transformative energy. That's the hallmark of Scorpio energy. Even the fact that it's depicted in the major arcana with the Tower and Death. The person who's watching you, Gemini, they've had a major eye-opener. They intend to come back. Oh, and also let me say, they've only had that major eye-opener because of loss. And Gemini, I feel like with that Five of Cups, because you yourself, Gemini, have pulled away. You know, I almost wonder, Gemini, I'm not clarifying these cards anymore because, you know, I got the other 10 zodiacs to do. But Gemini, I also wonder in this energy if you continue to pull back on your energy, Gemini, how this person's energy or how this person would behave. I would see that as in this energy, Gemini, if you dealt with this person at this current energy or them approaching you in that confessional blah blah energy, Gemini, you'll be like a balm to them. You'll be healing them. You'll be taking their pain and allowing them to continue to evolve. And who's to say when they've evolved, will they look at the situation in the same way, Gemini? And my question, or something to think about, Gemini, especially I think if you're interested in dealing with a person who hurt you, Gemini, if you truly think about reconciliation with someone in this energy, Gemini, I would be, not to say coy, but I'd make them work a lot more and a lot harder than just that. There's something about it that they're coming towards you out of desperateness. They're apologizing out of desperateness, but this person is still in the midst of they're evolving. And where they are right now wasn't where they were when you last met them. And if you started a process of healing in Gemini, this person's going to continue to evolve and perhaps evolve in ways that could hurt you again. Just something to think about, Gemini. Gemini, I'm going to go and put the little tinctures on that too. That was too heavy. So, child, I asked for donations. If you want a personal reading, I need a donation. I do collective readings for everyone. And if you want me to go and pull for you, just make a donation, any amount. But only free readings for the collective. It has to benefit more than one person. It has to benefit a group of people. That's my rule. So let's go on to Aquarius. Who is watching Aquarius? Is Aquarius being watched? Well, Aquarius, you have a lot of people in heavy energy around you. You do have some people who can't let go, Aquarius, people who really, really hope that still things can turn out differently, Aquarius, between you and them. Aquarius, you have a little fan club of people who are watching you, and they're all watching you in trepidation, Aquarius. Their egos all simultaneously, Aquarius, have taken a hit. Aquarius, you have more than one person watching you. But they're all watching you in the same energy, Aquarius. You're a hope, Aquarius, that they don't really expect to pan out. And Aquarius, they don't really have the I don't know what should I call it. Well, Aquarius, let's say that whatever they went through with you, how the aftertaste of that, Aquarius, has left them rather hesitant to go for a round two with you. Shall we say that, Aquarius? So Seven of Vessels is Scorpio energy, Aquarius. I actually read my champion, my night energy. This is night energy between Aquarius and Gemini energy. To me, it feels like both. King of Swords. I'll also say King of Swords, Aquarius feels like both. Only because my Libra energy feels so strong in a Queen of Swords. Something about the cardinal signs and queens, they just feel that way to me. So again, we have Gemini and Aquarius. And the Devil, some more Aquarius energy. So Aquarius, I have significant air, not so much Libra, but I don't know if this could be, well, it's a fellow air, someone with, let's say, significant air, significant Capricorn, and maybe some smidgen of Scorpio energy, but I feel like more that Seven of Vessels is you have a fan club watching. You have strategizing around you, but also too, Aquarius, a person who's watching you, the people who's been watching you. Look at egos or their heart, maybe not quite their heart. Something got kind of smushed. Something got kind of crushed. Enough for them to be very ginger about the idea of approaching you again. Aquarius, in the energy that I have, a bunch of people are watching you and they have not forgotten you. Number one, Aquarius. They have not forgotten you. They are watching you. They're keeping tabs on what you're doing. And I feel like the ones with the most chutzpah, Aquarius, those are the ones who are going to be approaching you, the ones who can just go out of nowhere and start trying to initiate a conversation like nothing happened. In their mind, it's already been a day, a week, a month, a year, 10 years, 5 years, 10 years, I say 10 years. It's already been a significant amount of time. Like, move on past that kind of energy. Who's watching you? All right, we'll go on to the next sign. Let's go on to water signs. Let's do Scorpio. Scorpio is so much strong energy that's come out. Scorpio, I'm going to keep the high priestess energy in mind, but I'm not going to keep it as a main message. Of course, high priestess with a who's watching you. Kind of tantalizing, isn't it, Scorpio? Let's see what we have, Scorpio. Who's watching Scorpio? Somebody who's planning on taking action, Scorpio. Is this a new start, Scorpio? A brand new start? Kind of feels that way. Getting something fresh in your energy, Scorpio. This person has plans for you, Scorpio. It's a new start for you, Scorpio. Six of Wands in the energy of Champion or Knight of Cups, Knight of Swords, and a Page of Pentacles is kind of neutral in the fact of what this new start is. The person who's watching you, the person who's preparing to go and make this offer. Basically, it's like they're sizing up your solidity, Scorpio. They are getting confirmation, Scorpio, on what they felt or what they feel they know about you, what they've known about you all along. This person is not revealing the full plans of what they want. Scorpio, the person who's watching is going to offer you a partnership. Scorpio, there is a little bit of energy in here of work. But let me go and say, too, with this energy of work, this person is not solely on professional types of energy. Maybe I'm not saying that quite right, but let's say that I'm getting smidgen of work and I'm getting a smidgen of something else. It's like a lot of amorphous boundaries, Scorpio. The person who's watching you, it's like they're attracted to you, Scorpio, for what you can do and how you feel, Scorpio, what you look like, Scorpio. And Scorpio, their imagination is just going a little, let's say they don't have a horizon line, Scorpio, when it comes to you. Everything is on the table, Scorpio. Everything could be on the table, Scorpio. It's all about which manner to approach and what is the best way to start cultivating a relationship with you, Scorpio. But Scorpio, I do feel energy in here, a smidgen of work, and it feels like that person is going to try to create something more out of it. Trying to see if there's something a little bit more than that. I do get, and if it's not work, this person approaches you for work, then you're going to be working for this person, Scorpio. Like this person could have you doing errands, Scorpio. Oh, maybe I should have said signs. I had Aquarius. I had Aquarius. I had a lot of Aquarius, didn't I, Scorpio? Oh my goodness. Didn't even realize it when I was, what was that first card? Empress. So I have a Scorpio in your energy. I have tons of Aquarius, and I have some Cancerian, Tauresian energy. But as I said, if this person is not someone who you'll meet in work, the person who's watching you, Scorpio, this person is planning on making you work for them. Even if it's something like running errands for them. I don't know, something about what you do, Scorpio, they're looking at you and going, oh, I'll get Scorpio to do that for me. Pisces. Who's watching Pisces? Pisces. Is Pisces being watched? And if so, who is watching Pisces? Pisces, someone is watching you. This person has long-term plans about you, Pisces. Pisces, if they don't have long-term plans about you, then Pisces, this person is watching your long-term plans coming out bit by bit. Pisces, a person, and if in that energy, Pisces, this person's been watching you for longer than you think. Longer than you think, Pisces. This is goal energy, by the way, Pisces. Goals, setting goals, working towards goals, achieving goals. And Pisces, the energy that I have right now is somebody who's been watching you over a long term period of time. They've been watching you bit by bit every now and then, but steadily, Pisces, and going, Pisces dreams, Piscean energy, Piscean, shall we say, swag. How far has Pisces gone on that end, Pisces? What they see, number one, is dedication. What they see, Pisces, is even though other people may say, oh, I can do that, how many people actually do it? Seriously, how many people? Everyone says, oh, I can do that, blah, 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 blah. But how many people actually do what they say? Like, let's say they can, whatever. And then what quality do they do it to? Or what quality do they do that action with? I don't care if it's running. I don't care if it's baking. I don't care if it's walking down the street, Pisces, or crossing the street, Pisces. That's an art. Crossing the street. It is an art. I'm not taking cards that are falling out. Anyway, Pisces, I have the star for you. Somebody's watching you dream build. They've been watching you for a while, Pisces. And Pisces, it's like each year, do you stop? No, Pisces, you just enlarge yourself more towards your goals, more towards what you said you were going to do, Pisces. Despite, Pisces, all the difficulties, you still are there. I will achieve. That's what my cat says. Well, actually, he says, can I come out? But can you hear that? Meow. He wants to come out. Yes, my little Kochi wants to come out. Quiet. Somebody has to be in his turn to be in the cubby. He says, no. Yes, but he does. Pisces. First, let me go and say the person who's watching you. Is it person? It's persons. You have people watching you, Pisces. People that are watching you in various levels of closeness to you, various levels of attention towards you, various knowledge of attention towards you. Pisces, you are getting attention, and people are watching you precisely, Pisces, to see how your star will rise. And Pisces, these people believe that you do indeed have star shine, and you are ascending, Pisces. They're watching a star rise, Pisces. Bit by signs, Pisces. Well, here, Pisces, I really do love star shine, but I'll call it signs anyway. Why not? Aquarius, Scorpio, Capricorn. Cancer. Cancer. I'm actually getting tired. Next reading up is Cancer, but Cancer, I'm actually enjoying some cold brewed tea right now. So, one moment. am actually feeling a little tired. Let's check out Cancer first. Cancer. Who is what? Well, let me drink a little bit more tea. Quiet, baby. Quiet. Stay in there and be quiet with your pink nose. I have a pink nose, so I should be able to meow as much as I want. That's the baby of the family for you. He's incredibly spoiled. Okay. Cancer. Who is watching Cancer? Is Cancer being watched? Well, yeah, Cancer is being watched. Being watched by King of Pentacle energy. What is this Two of Swords in here, Cancer? It's like Cancer, what I have in here is I have somebody, well, this King of Pentacle energy ultimately is a king of commitment. Ace of Swords, bottom of the deck energy, this person made a decision. Two of Swords behind the energy, behind this person previously could not make a decision, even though you always appeared as very capable and very striking to them. Very capable and very striking, and yet how could they not make a decision, Cancer? I mean, the decision should have been obvious. Well, it is obvious to them now, Cancer. It's like, too, as I'm going through this, Cancer, this person had to like take a good look in the mirror themselves and wonder if they matched your star shine, Cancer. Well, for good reasons, Cancer. You don't necessarily put a mud pie, Cancer, next to a jasper stone, do you, Cancer? Even if that mud pie eventually bakes into a brick, it'll still won't be a piece of jasper or a piece of granite, or Cancer, a piece of amethyst, a piece of ruby, a piece of emerald. No, it can only be a mud pie or a brick, Cancer. In fact, Cancer, the person who's watching you, it's like, has low self-esteem. Low self-esteem, Cancer. Do they still have low self-esteem? Well, Cancer, they thought you were out of their league, Cancer. And now, Cancer, they're kind of thinking that maybe you're not out of their league anymore. Weird energy. Weird energy, this crown of coin, this King of Pentacle energy. Not going to say if it's a good King of Pentacles or it's a bad King of Pentacles. It's a neutral, complex. It is a bit flawed. This person definitely came from a bout of low self-esteem. This person still could have traces and trails and tendrils of low self-esteem isms. We're on YouTube, right? We can make up our own words. That's a word that I'll make up right now. Low self-esteem ism. Why not? All right. Crown of Coin, King of Pentacle energy for Cancer, who is watching Cancer. Ooh. What a burdened soul, Cancer, that's watching you. I do read my queens as cardinals. That would be a Queen of Cups, Cancerian energy. Oh, gee, Cancer. I'm not even going to bother to go and say it could be a Virgo, a Capricorn, an Aries, a Scorpio, or a Libra, because basically, Cancer, I don't really care what this person is right now as long as I'm pulling this energy. This energy is this person has something wrong, both with a shattered heart and Cancer. They're not seeing things quite clearly. They're devaluating things, devaluating themselves, and maybe in the process, Cancer, devaluing themselves and everything around it. Oh, should I have pulled that card? I forgot. I got so caught up in it, Cancer, that Three of Swords and Five of Cups energy. I was like, ooh, wet like a head case. Let me go and continue, Cancer, finding out more about this this person. But this person is well, we did have a Three of Swords, right? Maybe I should dig up that Three of Swords. Oh, it's right here. Okay, Three of Swords back again. And of course, Chariot is Cancer energy. Moon is Cancerian energy. I'm never going to bother looking behind that Chariot, Cancer. Cancer, you have a potential suitor or a future suitor coming towards you. This person could have significant air and earth in their chart. Could be one or the other, but I do feel those are the strongest, air and earth. Cancer, this person that's approaching you, they are going to approach you for a love connection. They are looking at you as commitment. They do want a commitment from you, Cancer. This person definitely felt overshadowed by you. And Cancer, I think this person is just, they're kind of, they didn't think they were good enough for you. And that's why I said part of the reason I didn't know if I liked this energy or not is like Cancer, I don't know if they themselves feel like they naturally have accomplished things and gotten up to a higher level, or Cancer, do they feel as well like maybe you've slipped in some way to make them feel comfortable, or maybe they found out information about you. It's something about it. It's just not clear, not clean. It's a little murky. It's chalky. Anyway, Cancer, what I have, I'm going to end this reading on this one. What I have watching you is you do have somebody who is going to approach you. This person is going to make themselves known. This person is a head trip. And Cancer, know that before this person approached you, they were tons more of a head trip. I feel Cancer right now, they're actually in a really good state in the fact that this person can project themselves to be quite enticing. Also, too, like someone who has big plans and the ability to go and achieve them. Cancer, this person should have a fabulous exterior. And this person should have the energy when you're around them. They should have the energy of expansion. Like basically no limits, but Cancer, know that despite I feel like the veneer of positivity, this person's been watching you. This person's been holding back, number one, because they weren't sure if they matched your level. Now they decide that they do match your level, or that it is worth it for them to put themselves out there to you. And Cancer, This person still ultimately has a lot of self-esteem issues to work out. And remember, Cancer, this person saw you initially as being out of their league, not on their level, out of their level. In Cancer, they could try in not nice ways, Cancer. Well, of course, how could there ever be nice ways? This person could try to purposely, rather than uplift, Cancer, they could try to pull you down a little bit. Pull you down to their level, and Cancer, for both of you to progress at the same level. I don't like that King of Pentacles energy, Cancer. All right. I'll have to wait to go and see what the love readings say for that, Cancer, but that's who's watching you. I'm going to take a break before going off to the other signs. Keep an eye out for, what is it, earth and fire signs that remain. Until the next reading, Aries is like, do me. Here I am, Aries sign, but I'm a little tired. I want to finish my tea, my cold brewed tea. I will catch you later. Yes, oh, and also too, if you'd like to donate or tip, please do. Cash App or buy me a coffee. Details are in the description. Thank you. Bye-bye.